If you're gearing up for a web development interview or just looking to brush up on your HTML skills, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the top HTML interview questions and answers that can make or break your chance to impress your future employer. Ever wondered what makes HTML the backbone of web design? Or how you can ace those tricky questions that interviewers throw your way? Stick around because we'll cover everything from the basics of HTML tags to the nitty-gritty of semantic elements and best practices. We'll not only explore what these questions mean, but also give you insider tips on how to answer them and confidently stand out in your interview. Whether you're a newbie or looking to refresh your knowledge, this video will equip you with the right answers and strategies. But before we begin with our video, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on such content. Question number 1. What is a tag in HTML? Can you define HTML attributes? In HTML, a tag is a fundamental building block used to define elements within a document. HTML tags are the makers that denote the start and end of HTML elements, which structure the content on a web page. Tags are enclosed within angle brackets. For example, the tag P is used to define a paragraph. Tags generally come in pairs, an opening tag and a closing tag, with content placed in between. However, some tags are self-closing, meaning they do not have a separate closing tag such as image tag for images, while HTML attributes are special words used within the opening tag of an HTML element to control the element's behavior or to provide additional information. Attributes come in name-value pairs separated by equal sign. Question number 2. What is the key difference between HTML elements and tags? An HTML element is a complete part of an HTML document, consisting of a start tag, content, and an end tag. It represents a structure or a component of the web page like a paragraph, heading, link, image, etc. The element encapsulates the data and specifies how the browser should interpret and display it. While tags are used to create HTML elements, they are the markup that indicates the start and end of an element. Tags are enclosed in angle brackets and typically come in pairs, an opening tag and a closing tag. Some tags are self-closing, meaning they do not have a separate closing tag. Question number 3. Can you separate sections of a text in HTML? Yes, you can separate sections of a text in HTML using several tags, each serving different purposes and semantic meanings. Number 1. P tag. This defines a paragraph. The browser adds space before and after each paragraph by default. Number 2. BR tag. This represents a line break. It is an empty element or a self-closing tag and forces a new line within the text. Number 3. Block quote tag. Used to define a block of text that is a quotation from another source. Browsers usually render block quote text within an indent. Number 4. HR tag. Defines a thematic break in the page, typically rendering a horizontal rule. Number 5. Div tag. Used to define a division or a section in an HTML document. It is a block-level element that can be used to group other elements together and apply CSS styles or JavaScript functions. Number 6. Span tag. This is used to group inline elements. It is typically used to apply styles or JavaScript to a specific section of text within a larger element. By using these tags, you can effectively structure and separate sections of text in your HTML documents, enhancing readability and maintaining semantic meaning. Question number 4. If you want to display some HTML data in a table in tabular format, which HTML tags will you use? To display HTML data in a table in a tabular format, you would use a set of specific HTML tags designed for creating and formatting tables. Here are the primary tags used to construct a table in HTML. The first one is the table tag. This tag is used to define the beginning and end of the table. Number 2, tr tag. This tag is used to define a row within a table. Number 3, th tag. This tag is used to define a header cell within a table row. It is typically placed inside a tr tag and contains header information. Number 4, td tag. This tag is used to define a standard data cell within a table row. It is also placed inside a tr tag and contains data. Question number 5. What are attributes in HTML? These type of questions can be asked during HTML interview questions for freshers, so make sure to respond to these HTML questions by elaborating and structuring your answers. HTML attributes are special words used within the opening tag of an HTML element to provide additional information about the element. Attributes help control the behavior, appearance, and other properties of HTML elements. They are always included within the start tag and come in name-value pairs separated by an equal sign. Question number 6. What is an anchor tag in HTML? An anchor tag in HTML, represented by the tag A element, is used to create hyperlinks, which are fundamental to web navigation. These hyperlinks can link to various resources such as other web pages, files, email addresses, or locations within the same page. The anchor tag is a critical component of HTML, enabling users to navigate between different parts of the web seamlessly. Question number 7. What are lists in HTML? HTML lists are used to group a set of related items in list. It is defined with an LI tag. Some commonly used HTML lists are ordered list, unordered list, description list, menu list, and directory list. Question number 8. Define HTML layout. HTML layout refers to the arrangement of web elements on a web page. It involves structuring the content using HTML elements to create a visually appealing and functional design. The layout is crucial for the usability, aesthetics, and overall user experience of a website. HTML layout can be achieved through various techniques and elements, often in combination with CSS for styling and positioning. Question number 9. What are forms in HTML? Forms in HTML are used to collect user input and submit it to a server for processing. They are a fundamental component of web pages, enabling interaction between users and web applications. Forms can include various types of input elements such as text fields, checkboxes, radio buttons, and submit buttons, which users can use to provide data. Here is a list of HTML form elements. The first is form tag, input tag, text tag, area tag, select tag, option tag, button tag, label tag, field set tag, legend tag, data list tag, opt group tag. These elements are used to create and manage forms in HTML. Question number 10. What is the use of comments in HTML? Comments in HTML are used to include notes and annotations within the code that are not displayed in the browser. They are primarily intended for web developers and designers to provide explanations, reminders, or other relevant information about the code. Comments can help make the code more understandable and maintainable. Question number 11. What is HTML5? HTML5 is the fifth and latest major version of hypertext markup language, which is the standard language for creating and structuring content on the web. It was officially published as a W3C recommendation on 28 October 2014. HTML5 introduces new elements, attributes, and behaviors, providing more powerful tools for web developers to create complex and dynamic web pages and applications. Talking about the advantages of HTML5, it's such a game changer for web development. Number 1. Cross-platform compatibility. One of the standout features of HTML5 is its cross-platform compatibility. HTML5 is designed to work seamlessly across various devices and platforms, whether you're on a desktop, tablet, or smartphone. This ensures users get a consistent experience no matter what device they're using. So whether someone is browsing your site on their laptop at home or on their phone while on the go, HTML5 helps maintain a uniform and optimized user experience. Number 2, better performance. Another major advantage is improved performance. HTML5 includes native support for multimedia elements like audio and video, as well as advanced graphics APIs such as Canvas and WebGL. This built-in functionality means there's less reliance on third-party plugins like Flash, which do not only improve performance but also enhances security. By reducing the need for these plugins, web pages load faster and run more smoothly, offering users a more responsive experience. Number 3. Enhanced user experience. HTML5 also significantly enhances the user experience. It introduces new form elements and attributes, making forms easier to use and more robust. For instance, new input types like data, email, and range provide better input controls. Moreover, the addition of semantic tags such as article, section, and aside helps structure content more clearly. This not only makes the content more accessible, but also improves overall interaction with web applications, making them more intuitive and engaging. Number 4. SEO benefits. Last but not least, HTML5 offers substantial SEO benefits. The use of semantic elements helps search engines better understand the structure and meaning of web content. Tags like header, footer, nav, and main indicate the purpose of different sections of the web page, making it easier for search engines to index content accurately. This improved understanding can lead to better search engine rankings, helping your website become more visible and attract more traffic. Question number 12. What is semantic HTML? Well, it's a fascinating concept that fundamentally changes how we structure web content. Semantic HTML refers to the use of HTML tags that convey the meaning of the content they contain, rather than just how it looks. The main purpose of semantic HTML is to provide more meaningful and understandable code. This means using tags that clearly describe their role in the document. For example, instead of using generic tags like div and span for everything, you use specific tags like header, footer, article, section, and so on. These tags help both developers and browsers understand the structure and content of a web page better. Question number 13. What is an image map? This falls under HTML important topics and one must prepare it well. An image map in HTML is a graphical element that allows you to define multiple clickable areas on a single image. Each of these areas can act as a hyperlink, directing the user to different destinations when clicked. Image maps are particularly useful for creating interactive images like maps, diagrams, or any visual content that requires multiple links. And this has been one of the most commonly asked HTML interview questions. Question number 14. Why is the embed tag used in HTML? Alright, let's talk about the embed tag in HTML and why it's used. The embed tag is a versatile and powerful tool that allows you to integrate external content directly into your web pages. This tag is incredibly useful for embedding various types of media and interactive content. The primary purpose of the embed tag is to embed external content, such as multimedia objects and interactive elements, into a web page. This can include videos, audio files, PDFs, Flash content, and other interactive applications. The beauty of the embed tag lies in its simplicity and versatility. It seamlessly integrates these external objects without requiring additional plugins or complex setups. Question number 15. What is a mark tag in HTML? The mark tag in HTML is used to create scrolling text or images within a web page. Introduced in early versions of HTML, the mark element allows content to move across the screen horizontally or vertically, attracting attention or adding a dynamic visual effect. The mark tag was once a popular way to create scrolling text or images in HTML. However, due to its deprecation in HTML5 and accessibility concerns, it is recommended to use CSS and JavaScript for creating similar scrolling effects. These modern techniques provide better control, more features, and improved compatibility with current web standards. Question number 16. How do we add a copyright symbol on a browser page? To add a copyright symbol on a browser page, you simply include a special HTML entity like &copy or #169 within your text, which will render the copyright symbol when viewed in a browser, ensuring your content is properly marked with the copyright notice. Question number 17. How many tags can one use to segregate a section of text? In HTML, there are numerous tags you can use to segregate sections of text, each serving a different purpose and providing semantic meaning to your content. Here are some of the most commonly used tags. First, the div tag, a generic container for grouping elements. It doesn't convey any semantic meaning, but is widely used for layout purposes. Number 2, section tag, represents a standalone section of content, typically with a heading. It is used to group related content together. Article tag, represents an independent piece of content that could be distributed or reused independently, like a blog post or news article. A side tag contains content that is tangentially related to the content around it, such as sidebars or call-out boxes. Nav tag represents a section of the document intended for navigation links. Header tag represents introductory content typically containing headings, logos, or navigational links. Footer tag represents a footer for a section or page, typically containing information about the author, copyright, or navigation links. H1 to H6 tag define headings, with H1 being the highest level and H6 being the lowest. P tag represents a paragraph of text. Block quote tag used for long quotations from another source. Pre tag represents pre-formatted text which is displayed in a fixed width font and preserves white spaces. Figure tag and fig caption tag used to group media content like images along with a caption. Question number 18. Why do we use alternative text and images? Alternative texts are used to describe the content of an image. Alternative texts come into play in image mapping. By describing each link, these texts simplify the understanding of hotspot links for users. Question number 19. Is the DOCTYPE tag considered as an HTML tag? The DOCTYPE HTML declaration is not considered an HTML tag. Instead, it is an instruction to the web browser about what version of HTML the page is written in. This declaration is placed at the very beginning of an HTML document before the HTML tag to ensure the browser correctly interprets and renders the content according to the HTML5 standard. Question number 20. Explain the key differences between session storage and local storage objects. The main difference between session storage and local storage is their lifespan. Data stored in session storage is only available for the duration of the page session. Once the browser tab or window is closed, all data stored in session storage is cleared. Data stored in local storage persists even after the browser is closed and reopened. It remains until it is explicitly deleted by the user or the application. In summary, session storage is temporary and cleared when the session ends, while local storage is persistent and remains until explicitly removed. Local storage retains data indefinitely without an expiration date. On the other hand, session storage holds data only for the duration of a single session. In local storage, data persists even when the browser window is closed. For session storage, data is removed upon closing the browser window. Session storage data is confined to the current browser window. Conversely, local storage data can be shared across multiple windows within the same browser. Question number 21. How are active links different from normal links? Different browsers determine an active link through different criteria. Some identify it when the mouse cursor hovers over the link, while others recognize it when the link is in focus. A link without the mouse cursor over it is regarded as a normal link. Question number 22. What is the difference between HTML and XHTML? HTML, Hypertext Markup Language, and XHTML, Extensible Hypertext Markup Language, are both markup languages used to create web pages, but they differ primarily in their syntax rules and how strictly these rules are enforced. HTML is more lenient, allowing for some flexibility in coding practices, such as not requiring closing tags and being case insensitive. On the other hand, XHTML is stricter, requiring well-formed code where all tags must be properly closed, attributes must be quoted, and elements are case-sensitive, which means all tags must be written in lowercase. Essentially, XHTML follows the stricter syntax rule of XML, making it more rigid but also more consistent and compatible with XML parsers. Question number 23. How to add a favicon in HTML? To add a favicon to your HTML web page, you need to link to the favicon file using the link tag within the head section of your HTML document. Prepare the favicon file. Ensure you have favicon file, typically a 16 by 16 or 32 by 32 pixel image saved in .ico format. However, other formats like .png, .gif, and .svg are also commonly used. Add the link tag. Insert the link tag in the head section of your HTML document to reference the favicon file. Question number 24. What is meant by URL encoding? Why should you encode URLs in HTML? HTML basic question and answer includes URL encoding. URL encoding involves transforming non-ASCII characters into URLs into a universally accepted format for web browsers. Since URLs are transmitted over the internet using the ASCII character set, Any characters beyond this set need to be converted. In HTML, URL encoding is employed to convert non-ASCII characters into a format suitable for web transmission. This encoding substitutes non-ASCII characters with percentage followed by hexadecimal digits. Question number 25. What is a data list tag? This is one of the most asked HTML short questions and answer. The data list tag offers an autocomplete feature in HTML files, allowing users to add a form with predefined options. When used in conjunction with an input tag, it makes way for filling forms. Question number 26. What are the different ways to display HTML elements? First, we have inline. This technique allows any block level elements to be displayed as an inline element. Height and width values do not affect the element's appearance. Next, we have none. This property can conceal or hide the HTML element. Next, block. This represents an inline element as a block element. Next, inline block. Similar to inline, this property allows formatting the element using height and width values. Next, we have flex. The element and its container are displayed as a flexible structure. This adheres to flexbox properties. Then we have inline flex. Although the content aligns with flexbox specifications, the flex container is presented as an inline element. Then we have grid. It showcases HTML elements in a grid container. Question number 27. What is the difference between M, I, and strong B tags? The impact of these tags, strong, B, M, and I on a regular web page is the same. The tags B and I are used to signify italic and bold style. This primarily influences the font's appearance without conveying extra semantic meaning. In contrast, the strong and M tags indicate that a specific text section holds greater significance both in terms of importance and emphatic stress. These tags carry semantic meanings. This distinguishes them from B and I, which primarily deal with stylistic modifications. Question number 28. What is an SVG tag in HTML? SVG stands for Scalable Vector Graphics in HTML. HTML SVG is a modularized language used to deposit visuals using XML. XML is used to articulate two-dimensional vector and hybrid vector. Actions of SVG images are delineated in text files containing XML. Question number 29. What is the advantage of collapsing white space? White spaces in an HTML document refer to a series of blank space characters treated as a singular space character. Collapsing white space offers several benefits, enhances code readability and comprehensibility for users. Second, reduces transmission time between the server and the client. Third, it eliminates unnecessary bytes occupied by white spaces. Fourth, if extra white space is left, browsers will disregard it, ensuring proper content display. Question number 30. Describe the HTML layout structure. An HTML page layout defines the visual structure of a website, aiding users in easy navigation through web pages. The layout ensures a well-organized and well-structured presentation. HTML layouts can be organized using various methods. First, using tables by defining rows and columns and assigning text accordingly. Second, implementing multiple columns layout through tables. And third, employing the div and span tags for structuring. Now let's see the key HTML layout elements. First, we have the header tag, defines a header section for a document. Then, nav tag, specifies navigation links. Section tag, defines a section in a document. Article tag, defines independent content. A side tag, specifies sidebar content. Footer tag, defines a footer for a section. Details tag, used to define additional details. Summary tag, specifies a heading for a detail tag element. We hope this comprehensive guide covering 30 HTML interview questions has provided you with a solid foundation and confidence for your upcoming interviews. Our aim is to equip you with not only the essential knowledge, but also practical insights and tips to help you shine in your interview. That's it for today, and we'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Upgrade's channel. To deepen your knowledge of HTML, consider enrolling in Upgrade's Executive PG program in full-stack software development, offered in collaboration with International Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore. The next batch begins soon, so secure your spot now. This program is specifically designed for working professionals and includes over 500 plus hours of rigorous training, more than 9 projects and assignments, hands-on practical experience, and job assistance with leading firms.